when we talk about poverty in the United States, I think we have an impoverished conception of poverty. We've forgotten things that other people before us knew and understood in their bones. I'm thinking immediately of the Victorians in Britain, but they're not the only ones. I mean, I'm talking about something that was obvious until about the day before yesterday, and that was the distinction between poverty and misery. We've done a fantastic job in the United States of mitigating material want. We have probably gotten to the stage that Schumpeter describes in his work, where residual material poverty is just of a sort of a pathological nature. It's people who are outside and not included in the system.
There's something else going on.
There's something, but what we suffer from, I would say, is increasing misery in our society, which is not the result of material shortages or material want. If you look at the sorts of studies that University of Chicago economist Bruce Meyer and his colleagues have done about consumption patterns in the United States, we've won the war on poverty. It's been very expensive, but we've won that war. The war that we've lost terribly has to do with human dignity. Crime, family breakdown, welfare dependency, pornography, the epidemic of loneliness, the whole lost boy generation of people who were kind of living inside this online existence, where they and all of these are manifestations of a sort of a social and moral loss that we are afflicted by today. And when we call this poverty, we're not naming the animals by their proper names, and we're not pointing to the proper part of the person that's being afflicted. Part of that, I think, is because it's seen as being controversial now to talk about obvious stuff, and especially to talk about obvious stuff that would seem to have a value judgment basis. But it's kind of hard to describe misery and degradation apart from the metaphysics and the ethics that people have to swim in. So that's just what I wanted to say about the poverty versus misery thing. But that kind of gets us to the men without work.